Hey guys, this is G. Welcome back. So now we've got this whole thing that we've sort of put together. But what we did, we just worked on the kick, worked on the snare, worked on the bass. Now I'm just going to add all the little bells and whistles quickly so it can show you how to mix a song with my settings. Hopefully it relates to you, hopefully it inspires you, and hopefully we can kick it off to a new stage. All right, peace. So this song is by Strangers Lost Paradise. Really cool new label in India that's just growing. I've been very fortunate enough for them to send me some songs to sort of mix, purely just for these tutorials, pretty much. So I'm just working on stuff that you guys send me, and then I can work on it and show people, um, real life examples of, people's stuff from India to Brazil to America to, I get sent all sorts of stuff. So I really just want to showcase stuff that's connectable with you, rather than me just sitting in the studio, with whatever equipment and whatever musicians and artists. So keep sending them in, keep putting the comments and subscribe, like, blah, blah, blah. You know what to do. I'm just going to keep doing my thing anyway. Let's check it out. And this is what we got up to. If you don't remember, we've added the kick drum, added different processing to it, added the snare, added different processing to it, different feels, added the bass, added the whole processing chain, which was the last tutorial. Hopefully you caught that. Otherwise, please catch up on it. That's my settings that I use all the time. So the idea right now is you've heard the song. I'm just going to introduce elements here and there, tweak it, put it back in the track, retweak it, add some bells and whistles so you can see the sort of process that I do. Obviously, it takes me like a while to mix a song. Depending on the song, it can take me from 3 hours to 6 hours to 8 hours to 12 hours to, man, I've done benders where I did an album in, wow. I did an album in 3 days, so 12 songs in 3 days. You know how much sleep I had? Yeah, exactly. None. I was sitting on my, in London, sitting in my brother's apartment, mixing through the window in the kitchen, on my laptop, headphones, blah, 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 mixing away. Every time everyone comes through, they can see me sort of through the stairs as they come through. They felt so sorry for me one day. It's like they actually brought me sweets to go, dude, what the hell are you doing? I know you're making a record, but you need to sleep. Here's some sweets. Always remember, always appreciate that. It's always the fun moments. But, it does take a while. So what I'm trying to do now is just compress it down into a acceptable sort of format where everyone can pay attention. And hopefully we can go from there. So that being said, let's get back to the track and work it. Check this top line. I'm almost thinking on the creative side to work this out. So to make it go do 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 do, and then push it out. Watch. Listen. Let's check out the next bit. So that reminds me almost of a Rhodes piano, which is electronic piano back in the day. Sounds amazing. I want to add that sort of feel to it. I can see what the producers and the label have gone for, so I'm going to play on that. Okay, got a few ideas. That piano top line, I want to make it move and have a little bit more attack with the piano keys. But then as it progresses, I want to introduce some effects. You probably notice that my hands move like when I talk. Not about feel, not about how certain things make you feel within a track that will give that listener that feel that they want to hear, that they're not expecting. So my main aim is, like a person taking you through that journey, is let me surprise you at every moment, give your ears a little bit of a tickle, 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 and see where we go from there. Tickle, tickle, tickle. No, that's just being way too cheeky. But that's the idea, that's the concept. Let's see if we nail it. All right, so here we go. We're going to go move into the piano, which I want to show you some EQ moves, compression moves, a little bit of effects, yeah? So with Midi piano, it sounds so synthetic. There's shit that you can do to make it sound more realistic. So for example, you could add EQ moves, you could add compression moves, you could add grit, you could add tonal aspects, you can add reverb. I'm going to show you a bit of a process that I do to give Midi pianos more of a realistic feel. Got the frequencies that really don't make sense right now. So this 300 hertz at 2 dB on the API 550B, 500 hertz on a 550B. I'm using this as an example because this is like a real go-to plugin that I've used majority of my recording life. So I just know what it does and I'm comfortable with it. Sounds good. Use whatever tickles your fancy. Now I'm going to add some frequencies that are going to bring out the essence of the piano. So these frequencies that I'm adding, firstly, I want to go with the top end before I deal with the bottom end. So what I've done before is I've taken out 300 hertz to make it a little bit more tighter. I've taken out 500 hertz to make it breathe a lot less in terms of the MIDI notes that I feel that I hear. The next thing I want to do is add 1.5K. The essence of this is I'm almost bringing out the sound where the hammers are hitting the string. No, that's not naughty boy, naughty boy. This is the hammers hitting the string. And you can hear the string vibrate. It's almost like a bit of aggression. It's almost like you're hammering the notes a little bit more. That's giving you that effect that it's making it sort of resonate in a way you want. It's cheating, but in order to get the MIDI sound more realistic, I need to do this stuff. Then you can boost either 2.5K or 5K, depending on how you want the piano to sit. So for this example, so was that a bad boy move? That was pretty good. No? Yes? I don't know. That EQ move, I know I went crazy, still smooth, whatever. But that makes me feel like it's alive, it's moving, it's organic, it's real. How do I sit at home working on shit where I'm just painting by numbers to make something make you feel something, make you groove, make you do these things? Obviously, performance-wise, yeah, cool. Dynamics, yeah. But this EQ move makes you hear and feel a certain way. So that's what I try to bring you into. Let's do it again. and watch this shit. 5K as a shelf. Boom. Without. I've tonally shaped the way I want that piano to sound. Now I'm going to add some other cool stuff to it. Well, listen. So I'm using this more as a tonal shaper. So I'm going to pull the gain down because obviously it's going to be louder. I'm going to turn the analog crap off. And here we go. Bypass it. In, out, in, out. Let me do some other bad boy stuff. Q-Tech, EQP1A. Have a listen to low end. Cool. Top end, I want to bring up a little bit more of the air and string out of it. I'm going to go 5K. Without. Yeah, it's getting there, it's getting there. So what I'm going to do is add a filter in at, let's go 90 Hertz. I'm going to bypass it. So when I do this example, I really want you to focus in on just the kick and the bass and how it reacts with the piano. When I bypass it, do you feel the kick and bass come through more, or do you feel it go back? Vice versa. If it's unbypassed, so it's active, that filter that I just did, do you feel the bass go forwards or backwards? You pick. No! Okay, here we go. Let's add a bit of reverb. Best way to tell the reverb, play it. You can hear it. So it's a very short reverb, but it's got a lot of pre-delay in it, so it bounces. Okay, quickly, this is about, what's that, like 1-2 seconds? Yeah. Don't like that? All right, be fussy. Be fussy, be fussy. Let's go verb stereo. These are all my presets, by the way. I'll show you this shit later. Without. So I'm going to cut it here. I'm going to add some stuff that I'm going to do as a bad boy with my template, just to show you how quickly you can move through it. once you develop these sounds. Right now is me chiseling at that sculpture, making it breathe and add the little things that I have to do. So if you thought about this in terms of cooking, what I've just done is that I had the main ingredients. I got them prepped up, got them ready to a stage where it's acceptable. So I had the potatoes, I peeled that shit, the carrots, peeled that stuff, had the onions, cut it all up, had the garlic, boom, done, chilies, boom. Now it's about me adding that stuff together in terms of a situation where I want to add flavor and oomph and the way I do stuff, you know. If I give everyone the same ingredients and go cook me a dish, everyone's dishes will be different. 100%. What makes your stuff more favorable and more flavorsome is your style of cooking, your style of doing stuff. This is the process that you need to go through when anyone teaches you anything. Understand why they're teaching you this stuff. What's the reasoning behind it? And then take what you like and then fuck up shit you don't like. Make your own style. Make your own music. What separates us is just us. Very deep. Let me be a bad boy. Do this. New send, new bus. We're going to be sending this to a new track right next to it. Piano effects. What the fuck? Solo safe mode. As soon as I solo this, it comes through here. Because I've used bus 5 and 6 over here, now I'm going to be inputting this track. Bus 5 and 6. I'm going to copy piano effects. Rename this bus. Yeah. I know you can do this a lot quicker, old school, whatever, getting old. What I want to do with this is I'm going to treat this completely different to this. So I'm going to go crazy. I'm going to go Sound Toys Filter Freak. And I'm going to get bus a speaker. I'm going to increase the wet signal. I'm going to make it modulate so it moves. And I'm going to add another Sound Toys plugin, which is called Panman. Okay, so we've got the main one. And here's the Filter Freak. Watch this, Panman coming in. Because I've got my BPM set. All right, so I've got a hard bounce MIDI track. So the idea is when you start creating stuff like this, when you're going through presets and you've got an idea and a vision, focusing on the sound first, get used to it, see what you want to do with it. Then put it back in the track and see how it works. Some things might work, some things might not work. Right now I can hear this working in a particular way, and I've got an idea here what I want to do. So what I want to do at this point, if I can work it to a point that that piano parallel can work as that groove where it goes left to right, I'm going to suddenly hit it with a side chain with the kick. So as soon as the kick hits, boom, and then it goes left, right, boom, sucks back in, and then left, right. That's the idea. Hopefully I can get it right. Here we go. To an SSL compressor with a bad boy by Waves. We've actually set up a key input with bus 1, which I should have really named. So now we're going to our SSL compressor, and then we're picking our kick sidechain, which is kick duck. As I said, so this is slow attack, quick attack. If you want it to pump and breathe, go with the track, you're doing a slow attack and quick release. If you want to hear a wild example, let me put this back in. Now watch, just me messing with the attack and release. Guys, so hopefully you can hear what I'm doing over there. I'm adding sounds, but then tweaking it the way I want to make it sound full. But then I want to add more movement to it, to sort of aid with the production, aid with the movement. Sometimes I can't do this shit with like stuff that has a lot of elements in it because I don't have that room. This track is a little bit more free. I can be a little bit more creative. I can add a little bit more flair to it, but not take away from the production. That's the thing. Don't production up. Just make it work. Add what you need to and then step back. Like jump, jump, jump. This is what essentially we're doing. I just hooked up with a student yesterday. Yeah, actually yesterday. Sorry, lots going on through there. But I hooked up with a student yesterday who actually mentioned that what engineers actually do in terms of mixing is equivalent to what astronauts do in terms of learning the equipment. Because there's so much different variables, there's so much different plugins, there's so much different concepts about physics, how people perceive stuff, emotions, that we are equivalent to freaking astronauts. I don't know, Brian, that's what he said. But I like it. I love to be an astronaut. Anyway, so this is what's going on. Mixing. Hopefully these tools will help you out with being inspired to make music that will inspire other people. That's why I do my shit. So people can listen to it and feel a certain way. All right, guys, we'll talk soon. This is part 4 of these video tutorials, which I'm working on, getting you inspired, hopefully, showing you some little cool tricks here and there, making it work. So let's hope that you can do this on your systems and gives you a little bit more knowledge or know how to just rock it. Remember, there's no rules, let's just break the rules. So I should talk to my lawyer before I mention this.